Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alvyn Kurniadwi putra, and I'm studying Faculty of Psychology, University Persada of Indonesia, and my class is L1P2, and I want to presentation my assignment about three different reading, interpreting, and describing. A. Reading, interpreting, describing tables. About table. Highly resilient people are much more likely to report very good or excellent physical health, have fewer symptoms of anxiety and depressions, and say that they can deal effectively with stress. These are highly desirable characteristics of employees that lead to less absenteeism and more productivity while at work. In addition, 3.3501 adults were asked about their self-confidence and competence. Highly resilient people say what is shown in the chart below in comparison to those less resilient. According to the table, we know that people who take responsibility for their decision are around 81% for high resilience and 22% for low resilience and 8% for low people who confident to get through difficulties are around 73 for high resilience and 8% for low resilience. People who rely on themselves to do what is right are 70% for high resilience and 15% for low resilience. People who figure out what needs to be done are around 70% for high resilience and 12% for low resilience. People who depend on their self to find a way are around 59% for high resilience and 18% for low resilience. B. Reading, interpreting, describing charts about smartphone ownership percentage of populations. The first chart illustrates the percentage of population who own a smartphone from 2011 to 2016, and the second breaks the percentages down by age for 2011 and 2016. Overall, smartphone ownership increasing during the 6 year period. In general, the younger people were, the more likely they were to own a smartphone. However, the most significant increases in smartphone ownership between 2011 and 2016 came from people aged 45 to 54, from 46 to 84 46% to 84%, from those in the 55 to 64 category, from 9% to 59%, and from those age 65 to 74, from 5% to 50%. The percentage of people who own a smartphone rose steadily, starting at around 35% in 2011 and reaching about 77% by 2016. People aged 16 to 24 represented the greatest percentage of smartphone ownership in both 2011 and 2016. 75% of people aged 25 to 34 and 72% of those aged 34 to 35 to 44 owned a smartphone in 2011, rising to 88% and 86% respectively by 2016. Although almost nobody in this 75 plus age category own a smartphone in 2011, 15% of this group own smartphones in 2016. C. Reading, interpreting, describing graph. The graph shows the choice of hobbies for a group of students. These hobbies are the practice of music, watching TV, reading books, using computer and stamp collection. The graph shows that the highest number of students, here it is 24 students, choose reading books as their hobby. The lowest number of students, here it is 8 students choose watching TV as their hobby, 22 students like a stamp collection, 14 students like a practice of music, 13 students like using a computer, therefore in present or in preference of hobbies. Stamp collection is in the second position, practicing music is in the third position, and using the computer is in the fourth position. The graph also shows this closeness of choice in the matter of using the computer, practicing music and watching TV, therefore according to preference from the highest to the lowest. The hobbies are reading books, stamp collection, practicing music, using a computer, and watching TV. Thank you, respectively.